Virginia Tech plus 5.5. You can keep those points. We don't even need them. 2-1 last night. 2-0 the night before. That thing to break over the middle of the plate.
I think he stepped out either.
Let's go to Arby's.
Let's go to Arby's.
I don't even know where there is one.
Besides the one on Route 1 that got cleared out of there about 20 years ago.
Oh, that's at least 20 years ago. Yeah, it's been a long time. We were in high school when that was still there. So, hi.
The wildest games in history. NFL is just a crazy world.
That was just insane, those two games. And, you got to wonder why did Buffalo kick the ball out of the end zone? Why didn't they make Kansas City field it, which would have taken 5-6 seconds off the clock? How does he get them in the field goal range in 13 seconds?
You can't because the defense that was wrong the way that they played. You got to press them and bump them, and then you have deep guys too. It's just
wow. It is unbelievable. It was an incredible ending. Both
if you're
games.
Josh Allen and you score and there's 13 seconds left, there's no way you think the game it's over.
It has to be over.
Unless they run the kickback.
That's why I think if they did a squib kick, you would have run time off the clock. They wouldn't have had the opportunity to run those two plays.
Yeah.
They only would be able to do one. The game would have been over. And but there's been so many things you could look at, like that 3rd and 1 where Kansas City had to kick the field goal to go up 9. No, they kicked the field goal to go up 5. 3rd and 1, he has Patrick Mahomes and he runs a wildcat with Travis Kelce. I mean, what are you doing? I don't understand sometimes. I just don't. And then the other game was just absolutely insane. The Rams tried everything they could do to lose that game.
Yeah, and
everything they could do.
And I'm very surprised that the Tampa was the first half. They looked like they weren't even like not even
terrible.
Yeah, they looked terrible. 3 15-yard penalties.
Yeah.
They looked lost.
And they couldn't do anything offensively at all.
No.
They couldn't do a thing.
Nothing.
And the Rams gave them the game. They gave it to them with all the turnovers and everything. Oh my God.
That's the Rams though. That's why I think that San Fran, Rams do too many stupid things.
They do. Should be an interesting 2 games. But look at this. You got the 1 and 2 seed in the NFC are both out. The 1 seed, so I guess Kansas City just held on. It looked like they were on their way out.
Yeah. But
so what's it?
Yeah. Buffalo, Kansas. See, Tennessee they were fraud ones. They were frauds this year, in my opinion. I thought Tennessee and Green Bay. Tennessee was a fraud, and Green Bay always gets beat in the playoffs. It's always happened.
Yep.
So just did it again.
Unreal.
And they're loaded. Green Bay's loaded.
I mean, it was a second week, and I think Josh Allen is, after these 2, he's the best quarterback in the NFL, I think.
I agree.
The only thing that's going to prevent Allen from having a great 10-year career is that he's going to get hurt because he runs too much.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I think what they got to do with him in the regular season, say don't run.
Can't run as much. You got to pick your spots.
Yeah, very few.
But they do a lot of design runs with him.
They I feel like they do in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, because you can't stop them.
No, you can't stop him.
So
you cannot stop that guy. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. These last 2 weeks, to me, it's like
I agree.
He's a monster out there. Whether it's his arm or his legs,
he's an absolute monster.
He's a blouse came open.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I called him the last time, he had no shirt on, so at least he's put a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, put a sweatshirt on.
But so 2 great games. There were 2 fun games to watch.
Yeah, I know.
It took up 7 hours of the day. It was fun to watch. Next weekend, you got Cincinnati and Kansas City, and you've got Who is the other one? The Rams versus the Niners.
I mean, how can you not think Kansas City's going back, right?
Yeah, I don't see. But you know what? I've picked Cincinnati to win many times regular season. They've screwed me, and I've gone against them the last 4 or 5 weeks, and they've screwed me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say about them. I can't imagine Cincinnati's going to beat Kansas City. I don't.
In Kansas City, yeah.
The Niners have beaten the Rams twice this year, and I think did I hear they really beat them 6 times in a row?
I have no idea. I didn't know any of that.
They beat them twice this year. The Niners beat them twice this year. I don't know if they're going to beat them a third. Hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah.
I think the Rams will beat them, but I would not be shocked that Niners team is playing great right now.
Yeah, they're playing great.
So Kansas City Rams Super Bowl for the 2nd year in a row. If that happens, it never happened in the history of the NFL, but it's going to happen back-to-back years where the host team makes it. Last year, Tampa.
Oh yeah.
And this year, the Rams. It's in LA.
Yeah.
Or Niners, who'll be right down the street.
Yeah. Right. I know it never happened. Then all of a sudden now it's going to happen.
I don't think Cincinnati beats that Kansas City team.
Yeah, and I'm going this week to the horse racing supposedly.
Supposedly?
Yeah. You never know. I mean, it's always a fluid situation over here.
Something always seems to be going on. That's right. Thursday you leave?
Yeah, Thursday, yep. Pegasus on Saturday morning.
When do you come back?
8:30 a.m. flight Sunday morning.
Oh, wow. So it's the Pegasus is on Saturday, and you're leaving the very next morning?
Yeah.
First thing. Is it in California?
Florida.
Oh, that's much better. That's not even bad then.
No.
You'll be home by noontime.
Yeah, my flight lands at like 11:20.
Oh, that's good. That's the thing about that flight to Vegas. It is such a long flight.
It is. That next day, you're screwed.
And you lose 3 hours in the travel back. So
Yeah.
the day is just gone.
Yeah. That's why, like, in a perfect world, it would be like at 8 a.m. and you'd at least be home by like 4 or 5.
Yeah, Vegas has got to come up with some better flight options. They're killing us here to the East Coast with those flight options out of Vegas.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Unless you're going to do a red eye and then you're just.
I will never do the red eye again after this.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
I'll just stay the next day.
Or you just say, yeah, you just got to include that next day. The day home is just a wasted day because.
Yeah, but that red eye is just.
Yeah, it's a tough.
If you run into any issues, it turns into a nightmare.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk tomorrow.
All right. That's it.
Peace.
Bye.